But I kind of wanted to ask the chat here, which one do you think Armada will pick? What do you think? Because he's not going to talk about it. It was smart. It was smart. But if you were in Armada's shoes, doing both, he could have said I was the best in the world at Melee, but I will never be best at 1.5. It's a spicy. It's a spicy. And I think a lot of people here in the responses too, their issue was one were saying that it's, you know, a lot of people were saying it's you shouldn't compare the two in the first place. The Versu here said, I feel like world record is harder for someone currently playing at the top than it is for a current Melee top player to snag number 1. But for a brand new player in either game, I think they could be number 1 in Super Mario 64 before number 1 in Melee. And that's true. The number 1 record among the top Mario players can get passed along. I believe Liam right now has the record for 120 star. But you know, the record has been passed around from Liam and Cheese and Simply and I believe Batora and I believe some other players. But those are the tip-top players. In the same way, the Melee number 1 rank has been passed from me to Zane Online to currently Mango right now. Before that was Armada. Like, that's been passed around too over the past couple of years. So that part is comparable. He's saying if you start from the ground up, from absolutely ground zero, never touch the controller ever, number 1 in Super Mario 64, probably before Melee. But the thing is, so few people have really done both that it's just hard to get a concise, realistic answer to this question. And I wish there was more people, because like Simply plays Melee, and Simply is not bad at Melee. And Simply, if someone wants to link me what he just said, because I think that was pretty important.
Yeah, I know. I definitely would assume that getting number 1 in Melee is harder than getting Mario 64 1.5. Just off the sheer amount of people that do Melee. Like if as many people that played Melee played Mario 64, it could be a different story, but there's so many people that play Melee. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get number 1 in Melee and just figure out which one's harder.
I think, and Simply, we should listen to his opinion, because he's one of the few people who's had the world record 120 star. But maybe we should listen to my opinion too a little bit, because I'm one of the few people who had rank 1 in Melee. The only issue is I've never competed in Mario 64, but I have played it. I have played it. There's one big topic of contention here that needs to be addressed. One is a competitive fighting game, and one is you fighting the game itself. There is, of course, is always going to be RNG within Super Mario 64. There's some people in the chat too who can probably point out the most important parts of RNG, which happen within Mario 64 on very long runs. Sometimes it's not RNG, but the window is so specific, like cannonless. There's like blue point dropping at the Hazel Maze Cave when you're getting 100 points. There's little things like that which can of course completely screw up a run, and it's not your fault. And then you might say, okay, well, is Melee random? Melee, the only aspect of Melee which is like truly random is things like Shy Guys, Game & Watch Hammer, Luigi Misfire, or Peach Turnips. And then you have the randomness of your bracket, and you have your randomness of who you're fighting against in matchups. But that randomness could be overcome if you know matchups. You're sort of adapting on the spot. You're not gonna, there's no script you can memorize how to beat someone, but you can know, and FOD platforms, right, some other things. There's no script you can memorize. Mario 64, there is a lot you can memorize. There is a lot of muscle memory. There's stuff that's always gonna work. There's stuff that doesn't depend on RNG, and you're gonna make sure you use, oh, Phantom hits actually aren't random. I don't fully think so. So yeah, I will, my final point, now that I've read everyone's opinion on this, is gonna be this. I think these shouldn't be compared, but one day, I can imagine that either Simply or Armada, or someone who's crossed over between both and is the true god gamer of all time. I want to ask Void too, actually. I don't know why, but Void doesn't play Mario, but Void was like top 5 in the world at the Smash game he played, and then he was also he was a speedrunner for, I believe, a couple games, Dread, and I think, wasn't he like top 10 at Dread? And I want to ask him, is it harder to become top, like tip top at a speedrunning game or tip top at Smash? Anyways, someone who's dabbled in both, maybe that's the more general question. But eventually, I'll say this: whoever manages to touch the ceiling in both games first, and finally do that, and I really do think the only person in the world capable of doing that at some point in the future is Armada in 70 star. I don't see Simply becoming number one in the world at Melee, just ever. He's good, but I think that right now is, you really have to dedicate so much of your life to it. Whereas Armada was the best and now is dedicating his full time to the game. So that's why I can see it. I think Armada is the only person in the world right now that could do it within our lifetime and tell it too. And when he does, it'll be funny because I'm gonna get the 16-star record first, and everyone is going to know that I am the God Gamer.
Okay, let's go ahead and get it started. We're gonna do a quick little recap. Forsen watches something. Guys, the subathon is over. We're turning off the stream. What? Why does that exist? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I find this more offensive than the horse dick. This is just disgusting. What is happening here? I don't even know. Will Nev being out of pocket.
It seems as if somebody's name doesn't necessarily match their face, but don't worry, that may change in just a little bit. But yeah, I thought her song would be American. That's what I thought too, but turns out it's a little different.
Excuse yourself.
Perfect XQC on the board, as you know, ladies and gentlemen. He's sitting in.
Dude, how does he get his legs like this? He has like negative stomach. Like, how's it impossible?
He hacked into the motherboard, and until XQC figures a workaround.
Hey, XQC, could you give us some of that signature French?
Yeah. Give us a little French.
Omelette du fromage.
Ah! Perfect.
It's been in my head since I was 5. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I did the Dexter's lab. That plat. Ludwig responds to a Twitter user creating an NFT playing card of popular streamer. Dude, what is wrong with people? Dude is getting sued to death? Watch his video?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek Z, creator, founder, artist of MetaDex, and I just want to make a quick little video because we just got retweeted by the Slime Machine.
Nice reaction. What am I gonna say? I don't care. This is stupid. Like, what the frick? How did this even turn into a drama? How did he find out about it for it to turn into a drama? He DM'd me too? Let me see if he DM'd me. Oh yeah, he totally DM'd me as well. I'm also popular. Yeah, guys. Hey, he DM'd me so much. It was crazy, man. Soda is almost scared straight. No? What? Is this safe? Okay.
Oh my god, dude, that scared me.
That's a good one. Northern Lion's inner voice speaks.
I'm trying not to be rude, but the dark passenger inside of me wants to say something. I'm not saying this, but it wants to say something.
What is the dark
like,
passenger?
The only people who think pancakes even come close to waffles think it's exotic to travel to the capital city of the state where their hometown is. That's what the dark passenger inside of me wants to say. Now, I'm not saying it.
How many people do you think Northern Lion has murdered, chat? On a scale of 1 to 10. Co-Carnage shows what an unsafe working environment looks like.
I need to form a union in this house.
Wait, why is there, what? What the frick
I'm
is the
trying to
cat
make
doing?
it. And you just sit here like you own the place. That's right. You better settle down.
Giving loves? Dude, Co-Carnage just married Cat. Are you serious? This Cat forcing CD. Someone gets tutored in how to do a proper butt shot. I don't think we should watch this.
Is it just Russell?
Oh yeah, we should watch this. Oh yeah. Nice.
Bye.
All right, it worked. All right, guys. See you. Have a good one. Take care. What does it do? I don't know. It's nice.
Isn't this the angle that you guys do sometimes? You like.
The angle is more like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Destiny clicks on a random ASMR channel.
The ASMR section is insane. Holy shit. Like, hello. Why is she scratching her nipples?
Ah, stop. I hate it, dude. I hate it. Oh, I hate that noise. Oh, I know that it, like, some people say it, like, helps them sleep or whatever, but man, for me, dude, I can't, dude. I absolutely cannot. Austin gets rolled on Name Your Price.
What's the most crazy thing you've ever bought, Hassan?
A house and a Porsche. That's it.
What's the craziest thing you...
I'm over the Porsche.
XQC, what's the most
leased it.
ridiculous thing you ever purchased?
My car.
Okay. Seer, what's the most...
375.
375,000. Wow, that's cheap. Seer, how much for your car? What'd you purchase? What's the craziest thing you've ever bought?
Plan B for your mother after I finished dinner last night.
Oh! Wow. My mother had a vasectomy. Wait.
No. And she's doing cookies in the front yard.
This is Austin. What is it? Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at my subreddit, and then we're gonna do some green screen stuff. Okay. Chad Paladin and the Three Cucks. Wait, when did they look at this, dude? When did they look at this picture? Not a sex cult. I was setting up the wheel. I mean, never give up, Joe Burrow. Don't be discouraged, Joe Burrow. I also came up short in the Super Bowl my second year. If you have the rest of your career to never make it back. Dan Marino. Yeah, that's true. Yo, why does Dan Marino look like Tim the Toolman Taylor in this picture? Jim Kelly. Exactly, Joe. I also lost my first Super Bowl, but the next year we made it again. We lost that one too, but then we made it again the very next season. We also lost that one, but then a season later we were there again. Actually, how do I delete it? When you were waiting for the light to turn green, it reminds you of the one true paladin. Wait, 8.1? Where is this? Is this real? The balls. Oh my gosh. What the hell, dude? No way. Oh, that's so dumb, dude. How? This can't be real. This is fake. S-Fan after the subathon Pepe laugh. The subathon is not gonna last this long, okay? It won't last I'm not gonna be bald by the time the subathon is over, okay? We're not gonna break the all-time sub record, okay? It will be scaling down the whole time. It's not gonna happen. You look like Tips. The subathon and Majora's are both all about time. What if you leave Majora's Mask when the timer hits 54 minutes, the 3-day cycle? So when you try to do the dungeons and all the mask skippers get immersed in the time and the falling moon by adding to it to help you. Way too dank. Holy hell, that's a good idea. Spoilers. Spoilers? Are you taking any game requests? Okay, let me give you guys a little sneak peek at what we expect. Dude, Grayson.
You're already at 46.
Dude, yeah, I told them I would give them bonus time. I said I would do 1 minute. It was 45, and then I was gonna do 1 minute, and then they just.
What was it at before? When you
I still haven't taken it. It's still 1 minute. I'm gonna drop it soon. I keep forgetting. I'm already almost at 2 days. So yeah.
All right, chat. Behave, be smart, know your farts, and let them rip. You know what? Honestly, me and Susu can do anything. All right, I'm gonna hang. Do I call her?
He hasn't responded to me this before. I said I'm ready. I'm ready to play the game. Hello, Mischief. Welcome. He hasn't muted. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe if I sign it.
I am ready. Wait, Susu.
Hello, yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, when he comes back, I'm gonna show him my kazoo, chat. I think he's gonna be really impressed. This is the kazoo you guys voted for. When Miss Kip comes back, we're gonna show him this kazoo. This is the one you guys voted on. This is the brand new green kazoo, just opened today, fresh. This is organic, homegrown, brand new kazoo. I hope that he likes it. Let's test it out, chat. This is consensual.
What are you doing? That was not consensual. You just ear me. Why did you just do that? You destroyed my ears and now they're in pain. Why the fuck did you do that?
I'm sorry. Can I play you a song to make you feel better?
Yes, apologize to me by playing me another
Okay. Did you like that song?
You have no talent, which is why you should keep streaming.
Thanks. How about this one?
That was the best one because you muted yourself.
You don't know the Dragon Ball Z theme? You know, man, whatever.
No,
How are you doing?
It was DMCA. I couldn't hear a word. Dude, what's going on? Why, what the is your subscribe thing? What the hell's wrong with you, Susu? What the? Carl Weezer with a croissant. Why? Why is that your 100 bits? Why did you think to yourself in your head, let me have Carl Weezer as my 100 bits drink with a croissant?
Because he likes croissant.
What's that one show when we were a kid? What that was called? That had like a weird, like you remind me of like a girl that was on like Goosebumps, and now you're like really fucked up in the head and you have like severe diabetes.
My father was very present in my life, and he took great care of me. Okay, all my bad
well
choices
care
had
of
nothing
you.
to do with him.
You took well care.
He did a great job. All of my poor choices had nothing to do with him. He's a very respectable and upstanding man. I'll have you know.
So then where did all your poor choices come from?
Mental illness.
See, I told you you're a great streamer.
Thanks. I utilize it for good now.
Are you ready?
Yes, I already made my GeoGuessr account. How do we play together?
Okay, so my name is Emmy for some reason.
Join party. Okay. Yes, I think I'm in.
Let's do best 2 out of 3. I'm not good at this at all, but whoever wins gets to tweet on the other person's account. I'm totally down.
Okay, all right. Okay, how do we do this? Do you start it, or?
Yeah, I click start game.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how this works. We both go sit in the same area in the game. So if we go to world, we'll both, let's say it's in Nova Scotia, right? Both of our people go in Nova Scotia, and then whoever the closest wins. Should we do best 2 out of 3, and then whoever loses gets to do the Twitter account? Best 2 out of 3, right?
Best 2 out of 3 then.
Best 2 out of 3 then.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm clicking your link.
All right, I'm gonna mute you for this, so that way we both can't talk to each other, or we both can't cheat. Mute your chat. Put it in only mode.
Okay. I'm just gonna not look. How do I not look at it? Okay, there, and then.
You know what? Me too. I will look at it. Mods, keep it out of the only mode. I'll just mute chat.
I'm just not gonna look at it, and I hid them. Okay.
Okay, chat. Where is this?
Here we go.
All right.
No cheating, Miz. I'm currently not cheating. I'm not seeing anything that you guys are telling me. I will win and I will lose with honor. Man, why is that sign so freaking blurry? Can I get closer? Oh, there we go. Sweet ma'am. Okay, so this is an English-speaking place, and I haven't really seen buildings like this in America. Well, I mean, I've seen houses, but just the setup and the fact that they actually have parks. It's definitely not in Texas. Texas has started doing this weird thing where they've just been getting rid of like every park. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, look at them. They're driving on the weird side of the street. Valley Royal Borough, Easton Close, leading to Seagrave. I don't know. That's probably some UK shit, right? Do you guys?
I did it. I guessed. It's your turn.
Okay, I don't even know where this shit is on the map. I suck so bad. Oh,
Woo!
I just didn't click on time. How did I lose that much health?
Huh? These hands. How did I just rolled you.
Can I get closer to this truck or what? Jesus. Where? I think this is Texas. I'm just gonna guess.
Really?
It was very Texas.
Really? All right. She says okay. I'm gonna guess. Ah!
Yes, I won that one.
I was gonna guess Arizona.
This is another non-American looking place. It looks tropical. He's saying no. Oh,
It's Papa John's. It's Papa John's. GG.
What? No.
I already know where I already know what that.
Wait, I don't know.
Wait, who won?
Oh my God. Yes.
How did you win?
Because I saw a street sign and it sounded Chinese.
All right, she's good. Okay, we're back in the UK. We're back in the UK. Depression. You can just scream it. These cars are ugly as fuck. We're back in the UK. 100%.
This looks like it might be another one of them UK places. Look at that. Look at that. There's so many BMWs. Okay. Sign.
No.
Craigmont Grove. Let's just pick somewhere in the UK. It takes me forever to find out where things are on the map, so I'm just gonna start scooting the map right now. Where the fuck is the UK? Oh my God, it's not by Kazakhstan. Is it by Russia? It's not. This place is not Russian. Finland. United Kingdom. Haha! I just gotta go. Just gotta trust my instincts.
Was I closer? I think I was closer.
Closer!
You won again! What the f?
Hosteria Imani. Habitaciones? Piscina? Oh, this is kinda some kind of Spanish-ish place. Wait, that's not that Brazil, Jesus. I don't know, like, that seems a little Brazilian to me. Yes! Come to Brazil!
How is that not Brazil? It literally was the person from Call of Duty.
I saw that little Jesus.
Is that not the Jesus statue from Call of Duty?
Well, that's my first victory. Oh! Haha! I already know where this is! Suck my fucking cock and balls! And judging from the way they are dressed, South Korea.
How the f did you know?
Wait, what's up? Why can't I just want to see that sign right there. Oh no, Miss... Oh my God, no! He's already guessed. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I was clicking! Man, this is clicking.
Whoa! All right.
Transeria? This looks like another Hispanic place. If it said what I think it said. Inca Sweet. Oh, okay. I know I'm gonna guess now. Mexico. Guess. I feel confident.
Holy thank God. Holy thank God. Holy thank God. Okay.
Okay, well that was right off. See how easy it is to not like click it sucks. Sock instant. That looks Russian to me. Moscow! Oh wait, Moscow. That's basically the same as Moscow, right?
Wait, what? What?
Oh man! Aberdeenshire. Yeah, that sounds kind of Irish to me. Maybe it's Ireland. I don't know. Man. What? How am I slightly farther?
Take that!
I was like slightly. What the? It's all down to like the left, like milliseconds.
I know this is getting insane.
Norcrowd. That sounds good. Tea house. That's German. I bet you any amount of dollars. Yeah!
Such trash. Such fucking garbage. You literally guessed. 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 You literally guessed.
Stay mad. Stay mad. Shit your pants. Stay mad.
Dude, you literally guessed. Okay. Oh, dude, all right. So, okay. How about this? 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 Double or nothing. Now let me introduce the double or nothing. Okay. You won. You did the best 2 and 3. You won both rounds. Okay.
Okay. I'll do the double or nothing 'cause it's funny.
If you win, no, you already get to post on my Twitter. If you win, I'll let you have on my next stream a picture of whatever you want on the screen for the entire stream. And you get to pick, and you also get to tweet. But if I win, nothing happens.
All right, fine.
Why are you f***ing laughing?
Because it's funny. Yeah, we're in fucking Germany again, I swear. I'm just gonna guess really fast, because even if I'm wrong, it'll throw him off, I bet. And he'll be like, oh my goodness! You suck! Granheim. Yeah, see? It's fucking German again! Germany. Yes. I don't know, I'm feeling confident. Your ass! You're so ass! You're so ass! You're so ass! What? This looks like Czech Republic ass language. Let me go back again. Lajomil. Okay, it's definitely in one of these places again. What do you guys think about? I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it.
You're a lot better at this game than the other minute. You're a lot better at this game.
Languages.
How do you know? 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 How?
Sounded sussy, you know, like
How does she know?
He mad.
Oh. Yeah, take your first shot.
I guess Africa too, but I picked Australia. I fucked up. Russian area again. What does this say? Oh, they can't see. Is Beauty Pie Russian? Oh, is he Finnish? What's he doing over there? Oh, look at that. Okay, so judging from the sign, I'm gonna guess. Oh, I'm gonna guess over by Russia again. Like here. Guess. Oh, oh, he was. Damn it.
Now let's fucking go. Triple damage. Oh shit.
If only I had moved a little closer. Okay, this place is dusty. Okay, there's some civilization over here. Damn, this place is dusty. Let me see if I can see something on that truck. No, I can't see anything on that truck. These people here. Okay, they look brown and okay, it looks mad dusty here. It looks probably hot here and it looks like there's lots of rocks. Wait, I need to try to see that sign. Okay, I'm guessing. Not to be racist, but I'm gonna guess Africa because everyone's black here. Oh, that sounds rude. I'm just doing my best. I'm just gonna pick in the middle of Africa. It's dusty. Oh no,
Whoa! You're coming down. Let's go. Oh, this is it. This is it 100%.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They do not bless the rains down in. Okay, I know exactly where this is now. Okay. How do I type in the chat? Or not in the chat, in the. Oh, here it is. Guess. Okay, that truck. It said to Indonesia, so I'm just gonna guess Indonesia. Yeah, boy! So?
How are you so good at that game?
There was a truck there that said to Indonesia.
Really? There was?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
where
caught it.
where was Indonesia?
On the map. What do you mean it was Indonesia?
Like, what do you mean? Like, where? I literally had no idea where Indonesia. I saw that and I tried to put it on the map and I could not find it.
Indonesia's by like China. It's like an Asian place.
Are you serious, man?
He was looking for Indonesia and Africa. Chat snitching on you.
Dude, yeah, you know what? You're probably looking at your chat because there's no way you were that good at that game without looking. I went so hard and I got so far. You definitely cheated.
I did not. I just know where Indonesia is on the map.
All right, here's what I want you to do, Susu. I want you to type out the tweet, whatever you want. All right.
No, really, you gotta give me a day to think about it. It has to be special.
You want a whole day to figure out what you're gonna tweet on my account?
Yes. Like you said, it's a big account. I gotta make this one count. I can't just be putting thoughtless things on your profile.
Oh, so you're not? Okay, never mind. All right, that's fine, I guess. What about the picture on my screen?
Okay, let me DM something to you. It'll be a wholesome picture, but I want everyone to see it, so
Pause,
here we
champion.
go. Yes, it's a very special picture. There you are. All right, there you go. You gotta have this picture of this very special picture of my frog needs to be on your stream.
Why? There could be anything. You want this picture sucks. I can't even tell it's a frog.
I want my frog on your stream, Miss Kip. I want the thousands of people on your stream to see my frog.
The
okay?
thousands of people on my frog to stream. Okay, so you want a picture of a shitty frog? I cannot even tell
My
that
frog
this
is
is a
not
frog.
shit.
I can't even tell this is a frog.
Excuse me, my frog's ass looks great in that picture. You're being very rude right now.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a chicken nugget. I'm not a fan of this. Is this really what you want? You swear for a whole day? You understand that's free real estate. People pay tens of thousands of dollars for real estate.
Nugget. Okay, fine. Fine. You're being so rude over my beautiful frog. Okay, you know, I'm just glad that you got to see the picture. But can you show your stream my frog and
I did.
Okay, I'll send you the picture today, okay? I'll send it to you at some point today. I have to make sure it's perfect. You really put some things into perspective for me.
Dude, that's what my job is, man. It's to make everyone realize that the frog is stupid.
No, my frog is not stupid. My frog is very beautiful and special. And here's another picture of my frog that I'm going to make you look at, but don't put it on your stream. I just want you to see them.
Wait, I'm being told I'm being anti-amphibian. I'm literally showing you.
Yeah, you are. I can't believe this. You're gonna be canceled.
Dude, this looks like a thing from Pigman. That's actually fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a wonderful frog. It's called a Pac-Man frog.
Dude, that's actually sick.
Thank you. Okay, so by the end of today, I will send you the picture and the tweet. I just need some time to think about it. You know, it's got to be special. You're right. It is free real estate. I was impulsive there. I was like, oh, here's a wholesome picture of my frog. But now, Miss Kith, I wish you hadn't said that.
No, that's fine. All right.
Name?
He comes out the womb and they're like, oh, we'll call him Sock, I guess.
What are you gonna call him? Oh, I think Sock.
They
said shoe, and they're like, no, I need like a little bit less
Doesn't
than
work.
that.
Doesn't work.
This is kind of like last night where I realized like I've met Myth so many times, and I don't know what his first name is.
I learned it last
Myth
night, too.
every time.
Can I?
When he told me Ollie, I kind of felt like he was trolling
Were you
me.
gonna try to guess? Did Miles just spoil that for you?
Yeah, but that's okay.
You didn't know?
I wasn't gonna try to guess. I wanted someone to tell me. It's Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't really piece it together, like, because we had people who are not gamers come to the Super Bowl party, right? So naturally, he does not introduce himself as Myth.
Hey, this is Myth. I'm Slime. This is Daniel B. Socks over there.
People do actually introduce us.
We all call you
People
Slime
think
anyway.
my name is Don a lot of the time.
Myth was doing a podcast with Cutie during the Super Bowl party yesterday, and at some point during this party, Point Crow started talking shit about being good at Foursquare, which for anyone who knows us even a little bit, is a point of tension in our household. And we were like, all right, well, I know you think you're good at this thing, you're not, et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, let's go settle it right now. So everyone in the house leaves to go play Foursquare. It's not very, we don't make this very clear, but Myth is the only person who does not know this. So Myth comes back inside from doing the podcast and thinks that everyone has gone home from the party and calls an Uber.
No.
Because he's like, oh, they all went home, I guess. No one told me. And so he calls an Uber. We come back. We're all having fun, having a gaff, come back inside. We're like, oh, what's up, Myth? Didn't realize you were still like here.
They'll start laughing.
And he's like, oh, I canceled my Uber, I guess. And he hung out a little longer.
Yeah, Costco's for 4 hours though. He was in there for a while.
Yeah, he was gone for a while, and we didn't really know what he was doing. So.
Damn, so he thought everyone got raptured, probably.
He thought we just like went to bed.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's like, I thought I went to bed.
Yeah.
Every guy, there's just holes in the ceiling. He's like, fuck.
I didn't make it?
That sucks. I thought I was a good guy.
Is Myth still? He's very nice, by the way. I'm gonna preface that. Is the bit that he's still never?
No, that's such an old. Oh no.
I don't know.
Okay, the lore on Myth
that
is
was
that
a bit?
he used to have a V card, like both virginity, but also a card that was his V card, and
Yeah.
then
A physical card he'd carry around.
Oh, that's tight.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
It's called the California Real ID.
yeah, and it lets you fly.
Zipper loved it.
After May 2024, you needed to fly. And then one day he just went on stream a few years ago now, and he just fucking like he Thanos snaps and it like disintegrates, and he's like, "That's right."
Oh, that's hype.
I
Okay.
got so much pussy last night,
Nice.
and everyone in the chat was like, "Pog you."
Dude, speaking of young guys getting pussy,
Hold on, wait, hold
I'm
on.
old, so this story's not about me.
I love. So he knows exactly what's happening. But let's contextualize real quick before we get into the festivities, if you will. I went to Hawaii this weekend. I went to see my old buddy from high school who does tattoos. Got a tattoo. I went with
Yeah,
my.
you got a big old horse on you.
Yeah, I got horse. I'm a tattoo guy now.
Yeah.
What? Oh, this? Whatever.
Hey,
And
wait,
then-
get ready for the fucking all the DMs that say bro. Can you send me pictures of it? I want to see your arm in pictures form all the time.
No.
I get maybe
Well, that's different.
Maybe 5 or 6 of those a week.
Because you
People
have
can try to
one and you
connect with
I have
posted
one
it.
guy.
They'll do it.
But you have
Wait,
like a
you
sleeve.
just wait, you just
Like,
wait.
I don't even know what your sleeve looks like.
Yeah.
It's true. I haven't had time to look at it often.
You've never taken your shirt off and let me
Not
hold
He
true.
your arm.
never hangs out with his shirt off. He's scared of something.
What is happening? No, why am I being gaslit
We were
today?
actually at
He used
Foursquare
to.
and we
He
were
used to
shirts
have his
off.
shirt off all
He's
the
got-
time.
he's
I was
got-
on, I was on the shirtless Mario Party League game.
He's
show.
got weird nipples.
I'm on the poster.
I don't
got-
remember
He's
that.
always shirts. and
Puffy
that.
nipples.
Yeah, you got puffers. You wear that in the pool or
I
what?
have the opposite of puffers. They're small. They're small.
Wait,
and
what are you
not-
No, go ahead. So you were in Hawaii.
Wait, basically, I was in Hawaii with my my ex-girlfriend now, but we're so close, we're friends. We went, and then yeah, I got this tattoo. I just like ate fish all day, and it was great.
You love fish.
And apparently, I missed the most social weekend that ever occurred in the history of like fucking.
Can I start
years.
from the beginning? Can we paint the whole night? Because it is a fucking movie.
Yeah, please. Because
feel
I
like
haven't
there-
heard much.
There are like secrets waiting to be unearthed because you were so.
It was kind of like Pulp Fiction.
I have this. So also my friend
I'd say it was
Scott,
better.
my friend Scott from Colorado came. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be down for this weekend." And I was like, "I'll be gone. You can sleep in my bed. Sorry." And then he sent me like this picture. I'm gonna censor it with my thumb. You actually can't see anything, but it's just Eamon in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, angrily looking at his phone.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's like a story behind why we're in the bathroom.
And I'm just
together.
getting pictures like
Yeah.
randomly. I'm seeing shit on Twitter, and I'm like, "Damn, what's happening? I'm on an island." And so please.
So I get a DM from Stavros that says, "Hey man, it's my birthday, and I want to invite all the yard guys out to come if you want to come to my birthday. It's in Highland Park, and it's going to be after my show I'm doing." And he's like, "You're welcome to come to both." And so I message Aiden because you were in Hawaii and you were streaming, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to go to this with me?" And he was like, "Yes, I want to go to the show and the party." And I'm like, "Great." So me and Aiden drive down to Stop's stand-up show, and opening is Brandon Wardell, which he was very funny. And then Stavros' show is also really good. We go after the show, we leave the venue, and we're sitting like outside this door, and Stav's doing like pictures and signing and stuff, and we don't want to we're like letting him do all the fanfare until like before we go say, "Hey, what's up?" And one of the people cleaning up the venue comes out, opens the door, and looks around like looks around like this and looks at us and goes, "Hey, do you want the comedian's notes?" And then hands us the set notes of Stav's show, like all of his jokes are written on his paper. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It was cool. I took it, and I immediately my head was like, yeah, you stole my life. Like, I don't need this from Stav.
Right.
I'm not the guy.
Yeah,
So-
this is not a golden chalice for you.
Yeah, so I'm like, I look at Aiden, I'm like, we shouldn't keep this. He's like, we shouldn't keep this. So I just look at the girl next to me who's in line to get photos with him, and I'm like, do you want this? And she was very unenthusiastic about it. She's like, okay. She's like, what is it? I'm like, it's his nose. She's like, okay. And she took it, and she like held it, and then like went back to line.
Gay.
And I was like, cool. I mean, yeah, we didn't want that. It's fine. But yada yada. We're waiting for this party to start, and in walks Hassan, Myth, Austin, and a few others.
And Nick.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like it was a guy we didn't know named Nick.
Yeah, because they all know Stav. It was like we didn't
Yeah.
expect people like in that world to show up to this, so we were like we hung out with them for most of the night. At some point in the night, they like, hey, do you want to come with us to a party? And I had heard remnants that there was a party at like
Yeah,
T-Pain's house.
because before we were leaving, Beauty was like, me and Maya are thinking about going to T-Pain's party. T-Pain was having a party that night.
Yeah,
and they were like, if we go, you can come. And then they were like, there's also some sort of Disney party. And I was like, okay, just let me know what's going on.
Bro,
at
the
it.
whole weekend, Maya just walks around. She's like, yeah, I'm texting T-Pain's wife.
Everybody's been
Yeah.
talking about T-Pain. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I'm starting to think
oh,
that
we're going
Maya's
with
tapping.
T-Pain here.
This is
T-Pain's
a
coming to
psyop
our
where
Super
this
Bowl
is a
party.
collective operation to convince Miles that we're all friends with T-Pain.
Yeah.
So you guys should have picked someone like.
He
I
also
would've believed, like,
he
one
also
echelon up.
he also flaked yesterday. He was supposed to come yesterday.
Yeah, I just keep hearing T-Pain is gonna show up
Yeah.
places and he's not.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
T-Pain,
Shmeepain.
Shmeepain.
Wow.
Hold on. That's what
It doesn't get
the
me
old
out of bed.
The old silly me, the old foolish me was like T-Pain, T-Pain, and then I watched that Tiny Desk concert, and I was like,
is it hard?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
sick.
think any celebrity that starts streaming on Twitch loses a little allure to me.
Yes. Because we're so jaded. And
I
cool.
still think T-Pain's cool, but part of me is just like more accessible now.
Yeah.
And that makes me a little less excited.
Coming down to the greasy content bar.
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
stay in Hollywood anymore.
I am gonna get T-Pain to our house.
Your content overalls on.
When I get T-Pain to our house, you have to stay in your room the whole time.
I will not do that. Me and T-Pain will
You-
become friends.
No, because you just said Shmeepain.
I'm the oldest in the goddamn room.
I'm gonna play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip where you go T-Pain, Shmeepain, and I'm gonna say, yeah, he's in the room the whole time.
He could buy a drink when they made that song.
Yeah.
Can you auto-tune it at least?
Do you think there actually were 200 ugly women at that bar? No shot.
Absolutely not.
No
One of
shot.
them had to be a 6.
Look, so we're at Stavros' birthday, and Hassan extends an invite to me and Aiden to this party they're going to. Aiden looks at me, he's like, do you want to go to this? In my head, I'm like, not really, but it's only like 10:30, and I'm like, nothing has happened here. What did I say?
I was like, because I don't want to make you stay out really late. He's like, no, I need some podcast stories. Like, it was very, very utilitarian.
I was getting there. I was like,
Very-
nothing had happened tonight that had like I had for the show, and nothing had happened that week at all either. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
You needed to farm.
And once I get a story, I'll leave. And I was like, that was my goal for the night.
Dude.
I was like, I'm going for a single podcast story.
I wanted to go for the love of the game.
He walks around like a beat reporter with like a little notepad.
Okay, and so are you taking any drugs? Say something funny, maybe? I don't know.
Dylan Sprouse said what? So we're there, and I think.
Wait, is this the Disney Kids party?
I thought we were going to T-Pain's party.
Oh yeah.
And we end up going to a Disney Channel stars party, who I don't know.
So you guys described this to me as the Disney Kids party.
And
I'm like, don't say that.
To be clear, they're just to
Don't
clarify
say
ages,
that.
Just to clarify ages, they're like 23.
Well,
they're 23.
Well, we'll get there. So.
Don't put stop putting an asterisk on this.
I'm telling this story honestly.
I'll take over when Nick tells the meeting.
So look. So at this point, me and Aiden are just rolling with whatever like crew we run into.
Whatever 5-year-olds you see.
Whatever 5-year-olds, whatever.
You're picking them up like.
And it's like there's a lot of really young kids, and then there's a few like 60-year-old guys.
Right.
around.
No, that's how it works.
That was weird.
That's chill.
But they came with the kids.
But they're not near a school, so everyone can hang out together.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why the location was chosen.
During this little thing, Austin show comes up to me and says like, "Hey, do me and you have beef?"
Good.
And I start laughing, and he watched the episode where I outlined our beef, and he was like, "Let's squash our beef," and so we talked it out, and we have squashed our beef successfully from this conversation. So
You with the whole Ludwig thing?
Me and Austin. Yeah. He didn't give me a good explanation. He said he didn't remember it, which is worse. But we figured it out. Doesn't matter. So we ended up driving with Austin to this Disney Channel party.
Hey, you guys want to get some kids? I know some kids.
I show up.
Oh, dude, don't do that to Austin. He's too deep in the RuneScape scene for that.
Beef resigned. So we show up to this party, and I instantly show up, and the first thing I see, literally first thing my eyes lay on, is Scott and Miles are there.
Yeah.
No way.
Through the crowd.
Separately?
Through the crowd. Because when we left, we didn't know Scott was coming that night. So Scott and Miles are there, and there's no more tickets or things to get into Stop Show. So we just go on our own, right? So in my head, I'm like, oh, that's too bad. They won't be out tonight. And then we walk. I'm already drunk. Like for Nick, this is a sober experience. But for me, like several drinks. Fresh out of this bar.
Aiden's already tried to kiss me twice.
I look through like a sea. It's like a movie because it's well lit in the backyard, and I look through the sea of people that sort of parts, and then there's Miles with a backward hat on, and he kind of looks up at me like this.
I'm commanding the beer bottle.
And I drains a shot, looks over.
I just run over. I just run over and give Miles a hug, and then I look to my left, and I'm like, that's a girl I've seen on Disney Channel for like 6 years. Like
Miles with the arm over her.
Left.
Yeah, Miles comes up to me like we're at a Smash Fest. He's just like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, dude, this is about to be the best fucking night ever. I'm like, I can't believe
I was so psyched.
Nick's just writing it down.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, the way it happened is at our place, it was Cutie and Maya, and they were going out, and it eventually landed that they would go to this Disney party as well, separately.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, Miles, Scott, you want to go? And I know this because they all went downstairs, and they were like, Ludwig, do you want to go? And I'm not streaming, but I told Mango I'd play games, and I look at them, and I'm like, Disney party. And then I look over at Mango, and it's like a full Miller Lite that I'll have to drink, and I'm like, I'm staying here.
Yeah, you really did. You hunkered down in the trench.
Yeah.
And defended the front.
Yeah, I held it down, and I won $500, by the way.
Hey.
That was my night. I got crazy.
That's, dude. I'm getting a call from Scott.
How does $500 make you feel these days? That was your pecker out.
When it's from Mango, amazing.
Feels like $1 million.
It's
Yeah.
the sentiment.
Because Mango does this thing where if I owe him money, he just never wants it to be paid out. So it's like this.
So he can always
It's a
hold
tap.
It's like this tension. It's like always anchoring me. And then when I get rid of it, I'm like,
For LACS, we have never paid it.
I have it
It's
marked.
all on tap.
I have it marked on the spreadsheet. I'm like, I just have Mango rules.
you owe him
No, it's calm.
$9,000.
Yeah, but that's from the new LACS.
Yeah.
He actually gambled away his winnings on the cloud.
He won
on the blockchain.
$13,000, and then he gambled it away vicariously through me
Yes.
gambling on stream.
Yeah.
The IRS is gonna have to sift through a lot of Mango roll notes
Yeah.
in the books.
The IRS agent, he's like, oh, it's a Mango.
Mango.
situation.
Oh, I
It's-
see. Yeah, Article 3, Section 4.
It's a guy in a suit at the IRS headquarters, and he's watching you guys play Therio, and he's like, okay, yeah, that's definitely 500.
He's like tracking it.
Yeah.
Actually, let him owe him 100.
Well, okay, so wait. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. But I'm trying to put. I am the viewer here.
Yeah.
Because I got a call. I'm literally on the beach. I was beach. That was really nice. I went in the water.
Never thought of you as a beach guy.
I was like, you know what? I'm here. I'm doing new things. I'm trying new things. I'm getting a horse on me, and I was like, I will go to the water, and it was actually really beautiful. And I'm walking away. I'm going back to the hotel, and you have to walk up this like path. This tiny little beach, and Scott's like desperately trying to get a hold of me. No one's at the house. You can't get in. The fucking thing. Can you call and figure something out? I'm like,
Was he already with me?
yes, I can.
He was.
Oh, you were the one who called the gate.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'll call the gate, and I did. You know, fucking airdropped from Hawaii, and then I was like, yeah, go with God, and I just kept living my life.
He calls aloha.
Yeah, yeah, mahalo, thank you. So okay, we're back. You see Miles. How did you get there?
So Scott got to my place at about 11.
My place.
AM.
No,
Our
he went to there.
Airbnb.
No, he went to there first. First. Yeah.
I was like, getting a little.
He's comfortable now.
It's been a week. It's his place now.
I've been sleeping on the Joe downstairs, and that's kind of my thing now.
It's Miles. It's the bear in front, like the mom I threw up bear. But he's like, hey, can I borrow a shirt?
Yeah, we were making this joke last night. It's Miles wearing my shirt, asking to borrow a shirt.
Your room is full of merch that you will never wear or see.
It's true.
This house is full of clothes.
Yeah. Tasteful, isn't it?
It is.
It makes me want to die.
Wow. You guys just have a pipeline to China or what? Like, where's it coming from?
No,
We're working on it.
The biggest pipeline is you get sent a bunch of free shit That is actually the pipeline.
So, Life with Ludwig. And yeah. Life with Ludwig includes people sending in products praying that he just one day shows it in front of a camera and says something mildly positive about it. So it's just boxes, clothes.
Boxes of shit.
It's like a kid on Christmas, but every day's Christmas, and they're just giving him Game Boys. Just
But he's not excited.
Some of them are just like
he's just.
Some are like sent from fans. Some are terrible
it's
shirts.
weird, isn't it?
Christmas with no dopamine.
You get like more free shit. Like I should be like paying for things I want.
The more money you have, the more free things you get. It's
Yeah.
very inverse.
Yeah, we were talking about it. The risk reward,
Yeah,
if you're the
it's crazy.
person sending it, is just super
value
in your favor.
proposition is
Sure,
insane.
just send him one because on the off chance that he wears it, there's just no downside of you sending it.
I have a sweatshirt from a credit card brand. What is that?
But
I mean, if it says TJX6, it's kind of hard.
he's looking around in the background. I'm just looking for something to wear, and
Look, how do you get there? How do you get to that party?
So Scott arrives at my house, 11 o'clock. Josh starts streaming Dark Souls. We're like, well, we plan to drink, but the brewery isn't open. So we'll go get a couple of beers, come back and start watching Dark Souls. And we come up with this great idea. We got Modelo's, they were kind of yellow like the Estus flask in Dark Souls. Josh isn't great at the game. And that item heals you. So he's doing a lot of healing. We're doing a lot of drinking.
Everything is drinking.
And
Really?
it is before midday.
Dude, that's a great drinking game if you're watching someone.
Yeah,
stream
and we were
Dark
all
Souls.
hanging out in the back of his stream shirtless, just like encouraging him, being like, hey, you don't really need to drink another Estus here, man.
Yeah.
You can just fight the boss.
You can just go back to the bonfire.
You're just live viewers.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're doing that, and we're getting pretty drunk. And I look at Scott, and I'm like, bro, we are drunk. We're not going to make, like, I've seen this story when guys go at this pace, and it ends before dark.
Yeah. You guys don't see the sun go down.
Yeah, so we pump the brakes a little bit, but we make the trip all the way over to Lud's place, and no one's here except these guys who are about to leave, and they're like, we're going to this thing, and we weren't expecting, like, them to put, we weren't expecting to come with you guys or anything, but you were on the way out, we were on the way in, and they're like, we're going to the Starve thing, but it's sold out. And we were like, bummer, we'll just keep drinking here. Cutie was making squash bolognese.
Yeah, she went nuts. You guys were gonna riff with me, then you guys fucking pee poof.
We start drinking some wine. We start playing multiplayer Mario 64. We get about 9 stars. We go to Womps. We're having a good time.
You know, like in Scooby-Doo, when like you see someone in like a certain area, then like you go to like the next door over, and they're in that room with like a Hawaiian shirt on now.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, you were just, and they're like, what are you talking about? That was Miles and Scott with different alcohol in their hand all night. I just kept finding them, and they were still drunk, but with a different drink this time, like a different brand of drink.
I'll send it to Zipper. He can show it a little later when he gets it up. But I got sent a picture of Aiden, Miles, and Scott all in my bed.
So what I will say about this story, to preface the ending, is it ends at 4:30 with me and Scott watching Lily Pichu and eating hot Cheetos in Anthony's bed. That's where we end up.
Well, and the next morning, that's the part where you were like, dude, last time was amazing. We were watching Lily, and the hot Cheetos were so good. And I was like, wait, you went to like a Disney kids party. You
We'll
went
get
to
there.
like
We'll get why that experience was
Dude,
so surreal
there's
for
actually like acts. There's
Yeah.
thirds of this evening.
This is the Hamlet of hanging out.
So I arrive. I see Miles. I am so happy to see
Wait,
Miles.
we don't know how he got
Oh,
there.
right.
So
Sorry.
the girls come downstairs and they're like, do you want to come to this party with us? We're like, anywhere but Womps Fortress, really. As long as it's not at Womps Fortress, I think we're ready to go.
So that's it. By the way, I'll interject really quick. There's been a very, very cute and cherished bond that has occurred between the 3 Australians that are staying here and Cutie Cinderella. Because you guys are very sociable, and they will like all go on walks together. So it's like Cutie will take Swift out and then Durs in the
and
Mega
then
Man
walk
capsule.
for Australians.
Yeah. And then
Cutie has the 3 of them on the leash.
Yeah.
Durs
Yeah.
in a backpack.
They
and
haven't had
Swift
sunlight
on
in
the
like
right
48 hours.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Cutie, I don't.
I can't stay out too long, but I'll go. and yeah, they'll go on walks. They'll all hang out. They'll come. It's like Cutie and the 3 of them like watching Train together, and it's just like it's
She's
very.
Olimar and we're Pikmin.
Yeah.
And she does the whistle and we just all follow.
It's a bond I never expected. It's like Troy and Abed happening. In this
Yeah, I walked down one morning, and the stairs like come by Lud and Cutie's room, and I look in, and Cutie's like lying in bed with Josh laid up like this beside her, and they're just gabbing.
Doing girl talk.
Yeah.
Really?
Girl talk.
Girl talk?
Josh sometimes just walks in the room. He's a bit of a menace.
He is a menace.
But it's charming. So
I'll
you
be
just let
so
it slide.
fucking busy, and he hasn't seen me all day, and he thinks it's special.
Yeah.
And I'm just like trying to do a lot of shit. And he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he like touch my chest, and I'm like, but I love him.
last night he was brute forcing so many of those situations with just max content. Just passing tests that like everybody else, it's like if any other dude is doing this, it's just trolling.
They get kicked out of the party.
Yeah, literally.
He was like yelling, like being abrasive and shit. I've never seen a man who is so charismatic that he turns around and like that. He like solved it by the end of the evening.
Yeah, he's the Rubik's Cube of being a lad. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so we're getting in the Uber, and I tell Scott, I'm like, I bet you we see Nick. I call it, and he's like, no chance, no shot. And I was like, I just feel it in my plums. Nick and Aiden are going to be at this party because they said they were going to a party. I feel like we're going to find them.
And it's LA, and there's only one.
Yeah. At some point in 2019, me and Miles developed like a radar system that just starts to beep when we're close. It's like we have a tile.
When Miles was here a couple years ago, you were visiting. Mike had like unlimited data on his phone, and he considered you like, or you considered him like the most cherished party member in your RPG class because he had Tether.
Everyone
he could,
brings
like,
a different buff.
Tether his hotspot. He's like insane racial passive.
You bring the buff of always being sober.
Yes.
So if I'm drunk somewhere and I don't have, because I never have internet here when I'm in America, I can't call anyone. But I know if Anthony is like within my range, he has like an aura and I'm safe.
Yeah. So you guys,
heal party.
This is how I imagine Aiden and Nick seeing Miles. It's a slow zoom. Imagine, and again, people passing by and this song starts playing.
It's how I felt.
The party slows down.
Yeah. And it's a slow motion, and it's a beer pong shot, and it just goes in.
Dude,
Miles turns with his
he's
backwards
wearing
hat.
his backwards hat. He turns, and I'm just like, and he's equally as happy to see me.
Yeah. This is good because I did end up kissing Miles.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. All right, so we're back.
We're back.
Party.
Okay, so at the party, we're having a good time. Me, Scott Gaming, and we're hanging out, and then people start getting a little drunk. But what I start noticing in my car, you know me, I'm introducing myself. And if you're foreign, it's just free. Let's be real.
You have an accent.
You just
dumb
walk
piece
up
of
and go,
shit. It's not
hey,
about being
mate.
foreign.
Being Australian's like the same as being in a Disney movie. You just talk about the same 40 intro
Exactly.
lines.
Because everybody says the same goddamn thing. They're like, I like your accent, or like, where are you from?
Dude, I really want to go to
Idiot.
Australia, but like it's so dangerous down there, man. Like, I'm like, you guys have guns. Like, dude, there's not a fucking lizard that's gonna pop out and be more dangerous than an AR. Like, they're like, I just can't like work myself up to go because the spiders.
Spiders are big, bro.
And Justin Bieber's party was last night. Like, what the fuck are you
Kodak
talking
Black,
about?
let the shots ring.
I'm like, yeah, but those spiders are. Anyway, I'm talking to random people, and some of them, I tell like,
Yeah, no, tell the kid who comes up to you.
this kid comes up to me, he's with his two friends. I'm like, how you doing, man? Like, what's going on? He's like, not much, man. You know how it is. Just after that pussy. And he's like a tall, like blonde, classic, like California kid.
How old do we think?
No, we will get there. We'll
He
get
looks
there.
like Surfer Nipo. Picture
Okay, yeah.
Puka Shell Nipo. And he's at the function. We're chatting, and I'm like, that's cool, man. That you're after that puss. That's
You got a girl. That's like.
He's telling me that specifically. I'm saying I have a girlfriend. His two friends are like, do we both have girlfriends? He's like, girlfriends are cringe, man. I'm after that. I'm after that strange. And anyway, I'm like, how old are you? And he tells me a number that would likely still be in high school, potentially.
No, his quote exactly was, I'm 17, but I'm telling people I'm 23. That's what he said. And Miles tells me this, and I go, so many felonies are being committed here tonight.
This is...
Miles asked him, he was like, so you have to go to school in 2 days. And he was like, yeah.
There are 30-year-olds at this party.
Yeah, there are also older people.
I think it's important to emphasize that this kid was, one, lying about his age, two, nobody else there. Like,
But
everybody
he
else
told
was,
me
like,
so
in his early
quickly,
20s.
too.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't doing a very good job.
No, yeah.
That's also such a sick story if you go back to your fucking middle school. Kid who
Yeah.
went to that party.
You're
and
like, yeah,
Disney.
me and Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know.
Yeah, because he didn't want to tell you at first, right? Like, he kind of wanted to tell you,
I
but he
warmed him
didn't.
into it a little bit, yeah. Anyway, he's like, yo, I'm looking for that pussy, man. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, you're on a bit of a clunge quest? And he's like, and then because his friends were a bit embarrassed about it, and I started getting really vulgar. I'm like, so you're just after that more, really? You're trying to get into a little
Yeah, you're
a little
trying to
slot.
like make him feel a little weird.
And he
about
was
it.
like, no, and then it worked. he was like, "This is kind of gross." Man. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm being gross."
I love when they're frothing at the gash.
Yeah, I'm like, "You looking for a little gash, little axe wound?" And he's just like,
no, snatch, right? Come
and
on.
he's like, "I don't think I want to anymore." I scared him straight.
Scared straight pussy edition.
Yeah, I think there was this. I had this really like. I think there was this like nice, happy realization I had in my head because we sort of like filter. We start at the back, which is in the backyard, and then go through the rest of the house, right? And slowly realize that a bunch of people we know are there. Like it's a bunch of like people from like Twitch and YouTube that we personally know, right?
Yeah.
And then also as you go through the party, you start to like recognize other random people. Like other YouTubers who are not like a part of the gaming world at all. And I think I have this this really nice feeling in the past where when I've brought friends together from like different parts of my life and they like meet each other and they get to experience that for the first time and I get to watch it, like that makes me really, really happy. It's like these two eras of my life coming together.
We're
right?
so the opposite because that makes me insanely stressed out because I'm always like, well, what if they hate each other?
Yeah.
And now I gotta live in that world.
Makes me so happy.
But you're always like, oh, it'll be all right.
I turn into Aiden. And when it's good, and I turn into slime when it's bad. Like Aiden's always himself no matter
Results
what.
oriented.
We're the same.
He doesn't like bad thing, and he likes good thing.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But
simple man. Really.
And there was this moment in the party where, okay, so Scott, who's with us, that we all know from like playing Melee together.
He's my friend from Colorado who I met, and then he actually introduced me to all the Smash guys that I met, and then made all the friends. He was like my Nick England in a way.
Yeah.
So.
And Scott's a really, really nice like person. Personable guy, really easy to get along with, and we affectionately call him Scott Gaming.
Right.
And in my head, like I'm sitting at the back of the party and I'm like kind of drunk, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm like, I look over and I see Scott Gaming right there. And I look to my left and I see woman who was on the Disney Channel. And then I look slightly more to my left. It's our Twitch friends. And then a little more to the left, like a travel blogger that I watch. And I'm like, they're all here together.
Yeah. And then you see Funky Kong, and he's holding a boombox.
This party was much like a weird dream you have.
Yeah, like when
It
you
was a
think
good
about the
dream.
group of people that's together, it's like, yeah, this group of people comes together sometimes in.
You're at a
my
really
head.
nice house, but not so nice that you haven't been there before. And you're like, I've been here at one point, but I don't
Yeah.
remember where or when. And this story didn't happen there, but it is in my dream. And all these different people I've seen in media are all in the same place. Like Dylan Sprouse was there.
Okay, I'm gonna throw out some names. I want
Dylan
some.
Sprouse means nothing to me.
I want some
He's-
yes.
he's
Yeah,
pissed
yeah.
to me.
A lot of shit means nothing to you because you fucking grew up with spiders with life bars.
We didn't have Disney. We had snakes.
All right, Jeanette McCurdy.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what are these names?
I'm
He's
naming
just trying
people
to guess
who
people
were
that were
there.
there.
None of the haters,
I
bro.
don't think you
None
will.
of the haters?
Yeah,
No,
the
no,
only
it's not like.
the only person in that era who was there was Dylan Sprouse.
Okay.
I
got
think,
it.
yeah.
Everyone
Dylan Sprouse
else
was
is
it.
just-
But he
There
was the
like,
Drake of this
there-
party.
Right. Yeah.
The guy, Karin was the guy whose party it was, and then Peyton List, who's also like a Disney Channel star.
They all have Disney Channel.
She was
names.
was there, and then apparently Elle Mills was there, who's like a really cool YouTuber, and then the YouTuber, the travel blogger guy, kind of that I introduced myself to was Luke Pornt, and he used to make like kind of like comedy videos when he was young, but now he makes really interesting videos about like traveling. He doesn't really live anywhere; he just like travels places and makes videos about it.
Aiden knows this because he asked for their name 5 times.
Head count. Give me a head count.
Come on, man.
Head count.
Rough head count.
Of how many people? Maybe like
Just over 100.
Yeah, maybe like 100.
It was bumping.
it was bumping.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
it was packed. It was
Alright.
packed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they only play Disney songs?
Dude, they skipped Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, they just skipped. It was really funny.
Interesting.
To throw on Xenon's theme?
Yeah. No, zoom, zoom, zoom by
Yeah.
Protozoa.
Yeah. My heart goes boom,
Okay.
boom.
I think
Hold on.
through what part are you going to right now?
So I know exactly what part you're going to. I really quick want while this is happening. I meet I'm with Will Neff, who's also here.
Yeah.
And Will Neff like has a moment where he like gasps and says, "That's the star of Cobra Kai," and points. And there's the lead kid from Cobra Kai, Jacob something, and Jacob Burton.
Jacob Cobra.
And he's like, I have to meet him. I fucking love that show. I've never seen it, but I'm just like, yeah, I'll go with you. And I go with him, and Will has this moment with Jacob, and then he talks to me a little bit too. And I just like somehow was just like, oh, I like play Melee and like do other stuff. And he is super into Melee in like an actual way. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah, you totally.
He's like saying like all the like short hop, all the terms. Like I play Marth, like, and I'm just like, this is kind of nuts.
Yeah, F Smash.
He tells me he plays
we knew
Marth.
about
I
wave
instantly
dash.
walk away.
I did instant.
Oh, true.
He said Marth. He said Marth, and I'm so disconnected from like I've never seen this show. I don't really know this person. I was so disconnected. The first thing I said out of my mouth was just like really, man, why?
As a joke, right?
As a joke,
Yeah,
of course. And he took it as a joke. He realized because he has like enough context of the game. So I'm meeting this person, and this is happening at the exact same time that this happens to Aiden, which is happening inside the house.
Okay, so me and Scott have been in line for the bathroom. We're waiting. We get cut once, just by accident, right? Like somebody walks in before this, but I really need to fucking go, and I'm sad. But then this like posse of people comes up. It's like 4 people, and it's 3 girls and 1 guy.
Think the Canker sisters.
Got it.
Yeah, and one of them talking to me. The door opens. They're like, we really need to go. You should let us go. And I'm like, sorry, we've already been cut. Like, I want to go. Like, I don't want to not go to the bathroom. This is a really like normal interaction up until this point. And then they're like, well, she looks me dead in the eyes, and she's like, if you want to stop Asian hate, you will let us cut the line.
And one of them's Asian.
And
Okay,
one
I
of
was
them
gonna
is
say.
Asian.
I was gonna say,
But-
what a Campbell.
And I was like, look, I won't do that. But if you want, like jokingly, if you want, me and Scott here will go at the same time. But then she's like dead ass.
Not
like,
enough.
You should do that. Like,
And
then
they're
I
not-
try to
they're
make
not
a
laughing.
I try to make a joke out of it. I'm like, yeah, we can like go in there. We'll just like cross the streams for a second. We'll see what happens. Like just some bullshit, right? And she's kind of like, get along. And then I was just like, all right. And then I pull Scott into the bathroom with me.
And neither of them are.
And I'm really uncomfortable because I don't know how to deal with people when I'm drunk, especially. This happens to me when I'm sober. But if I encounter a person who in real life that I like is just mean and I can't figure out why, I'm like, it's my nightmare. I have no way to connect.
Neither
with you,
of them
trying
are
to break down
over
your
5'2",
walls.
by the way.
Yeah, they're so much shorter than me,
Yeah.
and I'm just like looking at them. And I'm like,
it's
I'll
like
go to the bathroom
can
now.
you fight like 100 like horse-sized or duck-sized horses? But it's 3 of them, and they're just dicing you up with their words.
Yeah, I'm getting beat in conversation right now.
So is it you and Scott, and he's on top on your legs, and you're sitting on the toilet, and you guys are both crying. You're like, we're stopping it, bro. We're doing our best.
Scott was ready. Scott was like, we are going to stand and pee at the same time, and I was like, look, I pee sitting down, and I need you to know that.
Wow.
So we took turns. We took turns. We like filmed that weird video I sent to you.
Yes.
And then we leave the bathroom. But this group, later outside, it's me and Scott together again. It's me, Scott, and Hassan. And then this group rolls
What
up
squad?
again. And I start talking to them. And we get the main girl who is mean because her friends are honestly pretty nice.
Is the mean person? This is important for context. Is she Asian?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's two of them that are mean, and one of them is.
She's not.
Oh, there are
white
two.
either,
Well, she
which
said
plays
one
a
person
part,
was mean.
which plays a part in this next conversation. She's not Asian, but she's also not, or she
Okay.
looks white, but she's not white.
All right.
And
okay,
we're having a conversation. We're standing outside, and it's me, Scott, Hassan. They roll up on the right. Main girl standing right here. She looks at me and she's like, "Can you grab me some lemons?" Because we're standing under a lemon tree. And in my head, I was like, finally, common ground. Like, I can do this task for you and we'll get along.
I will serve you, yes.
And I grab her a lemon. I was like, how many do you want? Like 2. It's very normal interaction. Like, this is all pleasant.
This all makes sense. When
And
you
then we
think
break
about
into, we get into like a conversation about like what everybody's doing, like where people are from or something. And then she says something like, "Oh, my dad is from Dubai and my mom is from X. I can't remember." And then I just like, conversationally, I say, "Oh, that's cool. Like, have you been to UAE? Like, I went one time and I thought it was pretty cool." And she was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Well," and then she's like, "That's really offensive." And then she just like, why would you say that? But she's deadpan. I'm so drunk, dude. I'm trapped. This is my uncut gems.
This is like super effective as well because you are so focused on being considerate. As a person, you're like.
And I asked her, I was like, I'm sorry. Like, what did
wrong?
I say? And I don't understand. And she's just like, don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm looking at Hassan, and I'm like, do you like help me?
Yeah. Please, tall man.
Please get me out of this jam. And then they just bail again. Like, they leave. This interaction is more extent. This is my drunk recollection as best as possible to what happened. But it's backed up because Scott and Hassan were there the whole time. And they leave, and I look at them. I was like, please tell me that was as weird as I think it was. Like, why were they like fucking with me like that? And Hassan was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I think young people's humor is just really weird. Like,
and I start to catch wind that Aiden is getting bullied by a traveling group of women.
Yeah, I have now had 2 terrible interactions with this
I start
group
to
of
get wind
people.
through the party. It's like whispering down through groups that Aiden has been being bullied all night. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, this is somehow making it around the party that I'm having like continuous negative interactions with these people. And their saga continues,
Hold on.
later in the evening. But
Let me tell the rest of this story. Add what you're going to add.
What is insane is I didn't see these girls or interact with them at all throughout the night, so I only ever heard about it secondhand. And when you and Scott Gaming went into the bathroom together, I was like, well, they're just crossing streams.
Yeah.
I saw it from a distance, but was like, 2 guys got to go at the same time.
It's really funny
They're
that
saving
Miles,
space and time.
I need to emphasize like how weird it is that Miles missed them because they are the most common thread in everyone's collective stories from that evening. Because we hung out with people from that party like later this weekend, later that night, and everybody is talking about this same group of people that like apparently had negative interactions with others as well.
They truly
and
were the
Miles,
canker sisters.
Miles just managed to dodge this the entire fucking
My
12
vibes
hour
are
night out.
radiating so powerfully. Like,
He's so
I was
positive
just
that they come up
so
and they like
charged up at the party that like
They step in and like they instantly get 50% slow. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
we can't
Like,
do this. We can't.
they
We
start
can't
feeling
flash in
sick.
here. Yeah.
his AOE when he hits a beer pong shot just blasts them out. By the
So-
way, if you pee with someone, you have to cross streams in the future. It's just like a homie thing.
I
You
can't
shouldn't
believe you
sit.
guys didn't do it. He
You
saw
shouldn't
your
sit.
pecker anyway.
It's not like you're
right.
unable to stand and pee, right? At that moment, you were being selfish.
When was
You're
the
like,
last time I stood
sit
and peed?
Look, he was stressed. I get it. He was being bullied.
I was shook.
Yeah, but you could have
I'm just
bonded.
giving you advice for the future.
Okay.
Okay, look.
Fine.
So,
Fine,
at
Scott.
some point in this party, most of the people who live in the Envy house are there, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna leave. This is kind of weird." we're gonna go to our place. Do you guys all want to come hang out? And it was like they weren't having like another party. It was just like, we're gonna go hang out here. It's nearby. And we're like, that sounds great.
Envy's the esports organization.
Yeah, the esports organization, Envy. So like, Bowtie sisters live here, Minx lives here, etc.
They live there, like where they sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where they live. It's recent. It's also known to be haunted.
It's the barn.
Apparently it's haunted.
The barn
Yeah.
that Miles.
It's the one we talked about.
It's a really nice
haunted by
barn.
the weekend.
Yeah.
Haunted by the weekend. They live there. They do content.
Well, okay. So anyway, we end up
weekend's ghost.
Everyone is the real them until they enter the house. So we go over and we're hanging out, and at this point the night is winding down. It's much more chill now. Nothing else is really happening. And in the kitchen, there's like a separate party of people that's hanging out, and I sort of at some point migrate over there and introduce myself to all these people. And one of them is a girl I recognize. One of them is a girl who like I have like a new friend I made recently, and he was telling me about one of his best friends, which is her. And like I saw them in pictures. I also kind of already knew who she was. So I was like, oh, we have like a mutual friend. I should go introduce myself. So I did, and I was like, hey, we have this mutual friend. I don't know you really know me, but it's interesting. Blah blah. We had like a pretty decent conversation just surrounding that we have a mutual friend. I after this conversation come back over to where Aiden and Miles are, and Aiden spots that group across the party and says, "That's the girl. That's the girl from the other house." And I realize like, oh, that's the girl I know her. And so all of this starts to piece together that like I know her. I know now who's been bullying Aiden.
Yeah.
Like I know who she is. I know her friends, like her background. No one else here knows who that person is but me, and the only person who knows that is.
So they made it to the Envy.
They made it there. And no one at this point knows how they got there. Because
No, we found out.
At this point,
At this point,
no one knows how they got there, and there's only like 11 people at this house. Like there's not. It's not a party.
Yeah, it's just
in my
a small.
head,
Someone invited them.
Drunk me is in the corner
It's
of the room,
peacocks.
looking over at the other side of the house like a cat back into the corner. Like, they followed me. They found me again.
Like motherfucker, they picked me up. They're gonna pick me up again.
They're gonna fuck with me more.
It's like, it's 8 people you know, and then the 3 wackest people from the party.
And so I'm like, oh wow, this is so much more interesting now because these aren't in my head. These were just random traveling group of
Again,
random
Nick
people.
with his beat writer little.
Yeah.
I also think it's important to
I'm having
emphasize
such
that
a
her
different
friends,
experience.
her friends were really nice.
Yes, there's 4 of them.
That's
Two
why
of
it
them
was
really
so
nice.
weird. It was only she was really mean.
I would like to throw out a theory.
Yes.
I think Nick invited them for podcast stories.
Yes. He said, okay, I'm gonna get you guys an Uber. This is the address.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna show up. The guy in the pink shirt, you need to bully him.
Fucking
Pink shirt
wish.
and bully him.
I
Bully
fucking
him.
wish I had that wherewithal to do that. We're all just hanging out here, and at this point, Minx comes up to me and she's untwisting a bottle of Patron. She's looking at me, and she has this incredibly like angry face, and
she's just Irish.
I'm like,
don't do that.
So the first thing I said was, "Are they after your Lucky Charms?" And she didn't like that. So I'm like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" She like lives here. I want to make sure like nothing's happening, and she won't respond. And she just keeps untwisting the Patron. And at this point, I'm like, surely it opens by now.
I was gonna say, which is weird because Patron is a pop
cork.
out.
I know.
You just
I know.
uncork
And
it.
she's twisting the cork in a circle.
You don't
She
twist it.
Yeah.
She's just twisting the cork in a circle. She's looking at me all menacingly, and I'm like, did I do something to you? I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, I'll tell you later. And I'm like, I want to know now. I don't like that you're gonna tell me later. I want to know now. And I realize it's because this group has showed up, and they are apparently causing problems here too now. And Minx lives here, and so I don't know this at the moment. Austin Show comes over, and he is in like full dad mode. He's like, I'm going to handle what's happening. So he comes over, but he's not handling anything. He's just asking.
He makes friends with them. They start drinking and shit.
He's just asking these girls questions with a rude tone. Like he comes over and he's like, "So who are you?"
He's a devout Karen, and he'll call like airline services if he doesn't get like his $50 discount that he deserves.
He's like that?
Oh, he'll do it. He'll do it. He'll go nuts. He'll go stupid.
I think you summed it up really well. You came out of that party and you were like, Austin is just like a really kind and like personable guy in every circumstance, right?
He's really good at this stuff.
Yeah, and that Cutie was stressing that point too. It's like I literally don't think I've ever seen Austin get like in that specific like that angry at a group of people.
But that's like the max he can get.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't like disrespect. He was talking to me about it a little bit. And he comes over and he's like, "So who are you?" To the girl. It was very clearly like targeted and mean, or not mean. I shouldn't say mean. He was angry, and she just instantly started fussing. She's like, "Oh, I have an OnlyFans," and like she was like saying it's her job, And he's like, oh, and he believes her in this moment, and I know she is, and I'm like, you're being owned, but I don't want to interject. Like,
oh, so she's capping.
Dude, she's
capping.
a million and oh
She's
conversationally.
Yeah.
Everyone is getting
dude.
owned.
If in her perspective, if this is all a video game, she definitely won. Like she definitely got
and
to
her,
the end of the game
it's actually
that
crazy because her and all her friends have stolen apples from their kitchen, from like the MB house kitchen, and they're all eating apples at the same time. And it's like they were just eating lemons from the last house. It's like it powers them. It's like if they don't continuously
Dude, they're
find
witches.
fruit, wherever they're witches.
Yeah.
If they don't continuously find fruit, they power off.
It's a
and they
30-minute cooldown
and they
after
shrink
every
down.
fruit.
And so they're eating apples. Minx is really mad that they're like eating her food, but also not being good guests. And Austin's just like so how'd you get here? And all this, and I'm in the middle of all of it. Like, this is crazy. Like, so I'm still trying to piece all of it together. So I'm just like, oh, I thought you were a friend of a really nice person I know. So then they say to me, this is probably the most condescending thing I heard all night from them specifically. She was like, do you you guys live here? She points to our whole group, and Austin's not saying a word to them. He's so mad at them. And we're all like, no. And they're like, can one of you show me one of the bedrooms here? And we're like, why? And she's like, well, I just feel like someone who lives in like a house this big, like can't have a cool room. I just want to like see the room.
They were shitting on the house a lot.
They were shitting on it a lot.
This is
like, don't you know this is fucking haunted by the weekend?
And so we're
they bring him to like the satanic closet. They're like, yeah, this is one of the bedrooms. Shut it. The weekend fucking
They're
awesome.
just screaming.
Yeah, so me refusing to be owned, I'm just replying. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, what's your house look like? And so she's just like we're just like having this non-conversation game we're playing, and Austin is fuming, and so she takes it under her own wing to go with her friends to just go look at the rooms in the house. They're all closed doors.
Just go spread
and
out.
she starts looking to find bedrooms, and so they just run downstairs. So they just run downstairs, and everyone sort of forgets things.
It's a 4-story house, so you can be really far away.
Yeah. There's an elevator. Like it's like a big fucking. And at some point, there's a big crash from the downstairs. You hear a big crash, and you see instantly. You see Cutie Cinderella, Will Neff, and like 2 other people just start running. And I know Cutie. She's not running to see what broke. She's running to handle this group. And so I'm like. Am I gonna have to like break something? And at this, I'm like, whatever.
Dude, it's like Evangelion, and they're running, and their plugs come off.
So Cutie
They turn into cars and roll out.
Cutie orders all of them outside and sits them down on the curb like a parent, and starts screaming at all of them. Like starts lecturing all of them.
Oh my god!
And she gets crazy. Like not crazy in a bad way. Like she's just like owning it.
Yeah.
And the main girl like tries to like get in Cutie's face and like tries to fight her.
Yeah.
But Cutie has like a foot on. So Cutie's looking at her like a Cabbage Patch doll. And she's like, what, dude? And Will is just sitting here, just, like behind the curtain, like just like cowering almost. And there's one more person. I can't remember her name. But there's one more person who's there, and she tries to take a picture. No, it's Minx. She tries to take a picture of this all happening outside. For some reason, they're not outside with her. They probably should have been with her, but they're inside.
They're letting mom handle it.
But her flash goes off. The flash goes off, and they have this picture still. I'm gonna ask Minx to send it to us.
You liked an Instagram photo from someone from 100 weeks ago.
It's this hilarious picture of Will Neff like trying to hide once because there's like a 1 second buffer window. So it's Will Neff like this, and it's him in complete lightness because the flash has gone off, and it's Cutie outside like yelling at all these people. And it's the most epic photo ever.
Renaissance painting.
And so this girl who's trying to fight Cutie removes her jacket and puts it on the floor. And a bunch of belongings of the house fall out that she has stolen from the house.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So she's just stolen a bunch of shit from the house, and it all just falls out. And Cutie's just looking at it like, you were stealing?
Like random shit too. Like she sold Minx's
not
mask.
valuable
Minx
items.
has this like insane, it's kind of like a Bane mask almost, right? Minx has this like crazy mask thing, and she was stealing that whole fucking thing.
Oh, when I heard it was a mask, I thought it was just like a mask face.
No.
No, she needs it. If he removes it, she dies.
Keeps her alive.
For you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the story starts to wind down. At some point during all this interaction, someone who doesn't live there, but someone who was there, offers Miles and others some shrooms. So Miles is off a shroom or two. He's also
Wait. What happened? Conclude this, like.
Well, no, hold on. Well, they get completely demolished by Cutie and they leave. and they get in an Uber and go home.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was
and
really
they don't
that's all I
fight.
wanted to
They
know.
don't
Around the
fight.
time that me and Scott ate some fungi.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
they turn into some fun guys.
some fun guys off the fungi. I had we had one each.
One mushroom.
One man.
But I've seen Miles drunk a million times. I've never seen him off of like anything like mushrooms. He's different. He's like Aiden when he's drunk. So
Okay.
he's like very much more affectionate.
Full of love.
Just wants to give you a hug and talk to you even more.
Eyes just pupils only.
Yeah, dude. He's a great guy.
It's funny that like you
we were
guys'
cuddling
story
a
is
lot.
like, you know, this fight, all these girls, and then Miles' story is like, yeah, I got like drunk, played beer pong, and had mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
upstairs.
Dude, I went to a party, basically manifested my best friends coming to the party. They did. And then, and then we went with our friends to like another party, and then we did some mushrooms.
Dude, I literally got told when we were at the first party, someone was like, Cutie Cinderella says you should get in an Uber. And I'm like, that's what I do. And so I was like, I was talking to Austin, but I was like, I might see you later, but I might not, because I have to get in this Uber with Minx and Emma. And,
Oh, that's yeah.
That's we don't only have
Launch
so many
event.
spots. So that's all I can do.
So see you
And I
later.
didn't know where I was going. I just knew that Cutie Cinderella was going to be there, and if I found her, she was going to take me home.
You're like, I might see you
She
in
was the
disc
slime.
2.
So we found out how they got there too, and it was I was talking to a few people, and I remembered that when they showed up, like initially, Weston Corey was just like around them, and because he showed up at the same time, and I asked Weston, and I was like, "You know how they got here?" And he was like,
He's been holding it all night. He's like, I
Oh no!
Yeah.
And they like had convinced Weston that they were like welcome at the after party. So they just came, like Weston was like, okay, because Weston is just really nice. Weston was like,
Can't
I'm
say no.
sure it's cool.
They are literally the Canker Sisters. You said it
Yeah,
at the beginning,
yeah,
and they are now crystallized as the Canker Sisters from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
But while this kick-out argument was happening, I walk out of the bathroom with Scott Gaming. Scott Gaming spent a lot of time in bathrooms. just inadvertently.
I kept getting different videos of him in bathrooms with different people.
Yeah, different bathrooms.
He's
Different
like the
bathrooms.
fucking attendant with the cologne
But
and shit.
everyone was looking down the stairwell, which goes down all the stories, and it was like a high school, like when everyone's in the stairwell, like
yeah.
and someone's like, this girl's getting kicked out, and I'm like, she's still a phantom to me.
Yeah.
And I'm
What
like,
girl?
well, I'm feeling good.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's a beef, and then I just sat back down on the couch and fell
Yeah,
in.
and then what happened? Because half of the people there didn't know this was happening at all. They were just like
That was me.
drunk people by
I
the
was just
fire and on the couches and stuff. And then they all come back in. Everybody like regroups, and Cutie basically recounts the story of how she had caught them like downstairs fucking around, talking mad shit about the house. They were talking about how like how they didn't like the people who were there, and like how the house was
They was
fucking
saying the house
lame.
was bummy.
And Cutie was like, "You're not gonna say that shit about my friends," and then like went down to go kick them out and like confront them.
I can't wait
But-
till they wake up the next morning and they all have weekend hair, but it's like it's tentacles.
But
They're like, oh, the curse!
The Medusa curse.
And then it was like this collective therapy session, because up until that point, nobody had like group recounted their own interactions with this group, right? Everybody was experiencing this separately.
Yeah.
And then everybody starts regurgitating their own stories. interacting
everyone
with the
ends up in the same
person
room with the briefcase.
over the same
Yeah.
night. And we were like,
It's like the end of
holy
Pluto.
shit. And I remember the next morning I woke up and I was thinking to myself, because I usually have this feeling when I'm drunk, like, oh fuck, like did I like ruin that person's night or something? Was I like the problem in that interaction? Because I was thinking about what happened at the first party, and Scott like took me by the shoulder when I was explaining this to him, and he was like, no dude, like I was there for every single interaction. I promise you that they were fucking with you.
Okay.
Like and that helped. Scott grounded me the whole evening.
The guy on
He was a
mushrooms.
very
Yeah, the guy on mushrooms.
A guy
was
more
my,
fucked than
Yeah.
me.
Dude,
Okay,
you're
was
so
my
good.
anchor.
His eyes only pupils.
Here's how I want this to go. Now, you explain your perspective from Disney Channel house to this house as you, because it's kind of like it's like a split
so
episode,
coded,
right?
dude.
From two perspectives.
Okay, so I'm in an Uber. I'm talking to Emma, who's from the East Coast. I don't know anything about her online personality or anything, so we're just chatting. And
You don't know shit about Dick usually.
no, Cutie's actually been, side note, Australians in Cutie section. She's been getting me up to speed. We do a little Twitch 101 sometimes when everyone else goes to bed. And she's like, and then this person, and I'm like, ooh. Because I don't know how, like, a lot of people's origin stories and stuff. Because I'm not.
I mean, I didn't know Myth clapped until today, so.
Hey,
Yeah,
congrats, man.
and that's important in Twitch lore.
That's right.
Anyway, so I'm in the Uber and I'm having a good time.
It's